Hey, what's up? I'm Kite0080. This is gonna be the first time you get to see me in person. Oh, what is this around my face? Throw that away. Unlike some valedictorians at our school, we actually show our faces. Just kidding. Anyway, welcome to the first Future Funk and Vaporwave News of the Week, where I'm actually gonna be in front of the camera. I think I got the voice side of things down. I really wanted to learn how to do that, and I got it. So now I want to learn how to talk in front of a camera, something I'm not very comfortable with, but something I want to learn how to do. So it is a YouTube channel. I'm still doing the podcast, but this is obviously a YouTube channel, and I want to learn how to do that. So let's get into the weekly news. This is the week of May 11th to May 17th. The song you're hearing in the background is by MTHU, huge in the scene. He just released his new album, Parader. The song in the background is Begin to Touch. I really like this album. It's got that city pop, future funk vibe, although he's naming it experimental on Melt Records. That's where he released it on. I have a big feeling it's going to be released on cassette, considering all of his stuff has made it there. Definitely go check it out. It's got a lot of great heavy hitting beats, and I'm digging it, so cool. That's the introduction song. Thanks for letting us use that, MTHU. And this week we are going to be talking about 4 concerts, which is just crazy. 4 Future Funk / Vaporwave concerts, some physical releases, some digital releases. Do I have any physical releases? As well as a certain song made it back onto YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Right off the bat, something very important, because if you're watching this first thing in the morning, at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, August 31st, 2019, 100% Electronica is putting out a concert, 100% Electronicon. George Clinton announced this earlier this week, which is crazy because the lineup is nuts. I'm just gonna have to read them off here because I don't have them by memory, but St. Pepsi, George Clinton, 18 Karat Affair, Vaporer, Surfing, Telepath, Esprit, Negative Gemini, Dan Mason, Equip, Satin Sheets, Death Dynamic Shroud, R230X, Televape, Hawaiian 94, Krebs, and FM Skyline. Okay, so huge lineup. There's actually been some memes, I guess you want to call it, passed around of who's going to be the second wave of lineup there, like who's going to guest star in this on this awesome concert. I guess we'll see what happens, but the lineup already is just insane. This is going to be in Brooklyn, New York. I originally said Manhattan on one of the posts, mainly because I saw George Clinton posting, imagine seeing St. Pepsi playing music in the skyline of Manhattan, so I thought it was in Manhattan, but it's actually it's in Brooklyn. Crazy thing is, I was born in New York, so like the fact that I confused those up wasn't much of a confusion, it was just more of a, I read in between the lines incorrectly. So yeah, that's the first concert, 10 a.m. today. Tickets go live, so check on his Twitter. Make sure you're following 100% Electronica, because I think that's where they're selling it. It's gonna sell out quick, so stay tuned. I'll be posting about it as the second I see it goes live. I'm gonna be there, so if you want to meet me and you want to meet obviously a lot of these artists, because I think it's gonna be like a huge Twitter meetup. That's one of the big things here. Definitely want to get into this show. Come travel across the world. I'm gonna be coming from China, oddly enough. So yeah, awesome. Another big concert that's going to be July 20th, okay? This is going to be in London. Some of the biggest names in the UK scene are going to be there. Strawberry Station, Conscious Thoughts, EVEXI, Melanade, Tanuki, Jelly Bonbon, Mr. Wax, and Android Apartment. Okay, so huge lineup, big names from the UK scene. This is Groove Horizons in London, July 20th. Tickets, I believe, are £16. You can find more information about that in the show notes. I'm trying to get to that show too. Mainly the problem is like, I want to go there. I can pay for the ticket, but like I gotta find cheap living, right? So I'm trying to talk to some of the people in the scene to see if like they're doing a compound. Maybe you'll meet me there too. So yeah, definitely check that out in the show notes. You can obviously see the concert here. Yeah, check that out. Pretty cool. Groove Horizons is putting that on. For the third concert, this is another Future Funk show. We have in St. Louis, Warp Zone. This is in the United States, Warp Zone. Some of the artists are Fire Tools, A Hero, Bit Dream, and OPE, or OIPE. I said this last time, I don't know. This is May 31st, Friday. It's the second party like this. Not too much to say about it other than I know Hero's a big name for me because I interviewed him. So definitely if you're out in St. Louis or the surrounding areas, definitely go check that out because there's a Future Funk show for you. And lastly, on the Vaporwave side of concerts, we have one tomorrow. This is the Super Party Ball. This is in Philadelphia, again, United States, Pennsylvania. We're looking at the 808 Lounge, okay? So I've never been there, but I've been to Philadelphia. Quoting, I'm gonna have to pull this up because I don't want to look this way. Quoting Virtua94, he says the 808 Lounge has 4 couches, where's my fingers? 4 couches, providing CRTs, and they're gonna set up Melee, Super Monkey Ball, and other games, and bring a GameCube controller if you're gonna go. Virtual94 Records are the ones that put this together along with Pixel 8ter. If you want to be considered for future events, if you want to play for them, contact their email, and it's virtual94records@gmail.com. That's cool that they're actually looking to start making this a regular thing. Tomorrow's show is $5 at the door, and yeah, in Philadelphia. I'll put again in the show notes all the information, so if you're in that area, you can come and check that out. On the funding side of things, there's a Crates, and I'm fixing the way I pronounce that, funding going on. Wizard of Loneliness, he did a little cute skit with bananas. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. He did a little cute skit for this little release. It's currently at 76 out of 100, which is awesome. It's a beautiful pink record of hip-hop beats and vaporwave. So if you're into that kind of style of vaporwave or that lo-fi sound, that's definitely got you covered. It's almost funded and there's actually 35 days left. So if you want to get this, it's $23.50 on a pink purple vinyl record. It is 14 tracks of beautiful vaporwave hip hop. So yeah, if you want to get that, go ahead and check that out. Now for the digital side of things, there's 2 releases I want to talk about. Obviously the first one was Hey Tenno released his new album, Parader. We already heard that. But then also Lost Paradise by Fat Man Miami. I thought this album sounded super refreshing and a new sound for me for the vaporwave scene. I've been promoted it up onto Reddit, but people weren't feeling it the same way I was. Yeah, I didn't know. It's new to me. It has a very crisp and, you know, it's just atmospheric and very well done. I think what made it stand out for me was the mixing. It just sounds very professional. All right, well, most people weren't feeling the same vibes I am, so I just want people to feel it. I would kind of wish that the album cover had a better, I don't know, aesthetic. You've got the cup, you know, the cup that everybody knows, the 80s, 90s cup. And then a bird coming out of it, but it's dark, it's too dark, and so you kind of get like, you don't get a feel for it. So I think a lot of people kind of skipped over and didn't pick it up because, I don't know, most likely it will come out on cassette because it is released through Seiko Mart. I think you guys should pick it up. I think it's something that's very interesting sounding, and if it does come on a cassette, it might be something that you like. I think the album cover needs to be changed because it's putting off a lot of people maybe. Anyway, that covers it for digital releases. Finally, other news. We've got 2 again. First one, this is kind of weird, but Spotify came out with a commercial for their Vaporwave playlist. It's interesting. It's like 30 seconds of like Vaporwave aesthetic. It kind of has no soul, but does Vaporwave have a soul? Anyway, that playlist has been around for a bit, but they're just, I guess, now just advertising it. It's just interesting that this is coming together because maybe Vaporwave is actually hitting some high charts on the Spotify scene, and enough for them to put a little time and effort into making a little commercial for it. So yeah, check that playlist in the show notes if you've got Spotify. And lastly, I saw this one on Reddit. What could it be? Plastic Love. It's back on YouTube, the original video, the one with like 22 million views. Crazy. Well, actually, is it 22 million views? Okay. It was 22 million views. It's now at 24.9 million views. Okay, this is crazy. Yeah, the original release of Plastic Love actually was taken down because the photographer, we didn't have the rights to show that original picture. This isn't the album art. If it was the album art, it wouldn't have had a problem on YouTube apparently. Because the photographer claimed a copyright on his photo. It got taken down. They figured it out. Anything else on this kind of release? Yeah. So, the cool thing is, the original one from 2017 is available. Expect to start seeing it in the sidebar of YouTube every day that you look at anything as a recommended, just like it was whenever it was first introduced to me. That pretty much covers it up. I appreciate your time. This is my first time figuring out how to be in front of the camera. I didn't know how to like keep looking here because I'm used to looking at the podcast show notes and then talking about it. So I'll figure out the eye contact side of things, where to look on the camera. I will get a clip of this later, but I have a huge light right in front of me so I can try and get a better image of myself. Maybe I'll put my second one over here so it's not so dark. You're seeing in the background here, beautiful Shenzhen, China. That is I believe, a curator of art behind us. It does have the word art. I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't gone in because on the bottom floor, it's actually like a liquor shop. I don't know, it's Chinese. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna try and do a nice little outro here and get a song to play for it. So I don't know what song that's gonna be. Look in the show notes. That's a good reminder because everything that I talked about can be found in the show notes. If you haven't already, the business casual, the history of business casual video did go out where I worked with Middle Class Comfort. We put in about 100 hours talking about business casual. I had a great time talking with him. Funny enough, the video camera that I was using, my Sony, kind of died right at the end there. So regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next week, I'm Kite0080. You can find daily news on musicstohangup.com. Or you can add me on Twitter or Instagram, even on Discord, where we can hang out and chat. You could submit your music to me and I'll check it out and maybe talk about it in the future. Cheers.